We're Trent Allie, and we have some good news.
Our kitchen cabinets have arrived.
And some bad news.
Woke up this morning and it's snowing outside.
But the pressure is on.
We have our inspection scheduled for the insulation and the permanent power within 48 hours.
There's a lot going on. I'm just feeling pretty defeated. A pretty strong wave of burnout right now. And we're rolling with the punches to try and keep this project on track.
And a lot of people think it's impossible.
Including us?
I have my doubts. What's up, guys, and good morning. We have been having some excellent weather lately. It's been in the 70s, it's been in the 60s. I think one day it was like almost 80 degrees up here, and last week we had our first rainstorm. It's the first time there's been precipitation at our house that it wasn't snow. And I was like so excited. I was like, spring is here, the plants and the grass and everything is growing, everything's green. And then we woke up this morning and it's snowing outside. Just our luck. Living at 8,000 feet, things are just very, very different because of the elevation. It's just colder, and so anytime it rains, you have a chance of there being snow up here. Now, it's not a lot of snow. It's not crazy. It's just like a little dusting, an actual little dusting of snow. So we're not gonna let it keep us down. Today, we're heading into Home Depot. We're gonna pick up all the parts to get the main power and everything set up so that we can call for inspection on that. And also, I think we're gonna go pick up a trailer and we're gonna get rid of most of this garbage.
It's not snowing hard, and it really isn't sticking. It's like 32 degrees, so it's right on the cusp of it being too cold to actually stick to the ground. But it is really cold out, and it is actively precipitating some form of moisture from the sky.
Honestly, I think I would rather have this than actual rain, because it's like not absorbing into the dirt. It's not making it muddy. It's just like little crystals that are falling from the sky.
Brandon's out here just enjoying that fresh, new, clean honey bucket feeling.
Still feel like a new honey bucket? Oh yeah. Sun has come out. The skies are blue. It's still kind of snowing, but
it's a sun snow shower.
Hopefully by the time we get back to our house, the sun will be out and the snow will be gone and we can work without having frozen fingers. We're gonna test out these. We're gonna have a homemade hot tub. We're not gonna buy an expensive one. You don't need jets. We're gonna set this up and have a tankless water heater that just circulates and heats it to a specific temperature.
Just for you and Brandon.
Yeah. Put a baby in the middle.
2 men and a baby. Perfect.
The name of our new YouTube channel, 2 Men and a Baby.
Maybe I was blind, known you forever while I tried to find.
And we'll just have this whole setup with the top and everything, and then it can snow on that thing. It won't hurt anything.
I mean, I've always been okay with this idea.
Okay, maybe.
Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my dream. So you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me.
And then we'll drill this hole in the sheathing, and then we'll just put one of those on the back of it to hold it on the inside of the house. This should work.
Feels like oh yeah.
Okay, so of course Trent made a list. We came here to buy a specific set of parts and tools and pieces of equipment, and we've still been here for like 45 minutes, and these guys are just staring at this wall of PVC piping and things that can connect to the electrical panel. This is our life.
Si alguien me amara como soy, me he sentido
mal todos estos meses, pero sé que el día vendrá y que la luz me brillará. Quiero solo esa mirada que me hace.
All right, so we got the wheelbarrow. We got everything to do the permanent power for electric. We got the concrete. We got an extra shovel. We have everything we need. Now we have to make one more stop before we leave Home Depot, and that is because our kitchen cabinets have arrived. We're not ready for them, but they're here. So we gotta go make arrangements to pick them up on some day, and who knows where they're gonna go.
Today is just full of exciting progress. We spent a very long time at Home Depot, which was important. It was a little boring, but we got everything we needed to install the meter. We scheduled our pickup for the kitchen cabinets, which is really exciting because even though we're not ready for it right now, that'll be a huge transformation in the future. And while we were gone, our incredible neighbor Tim dropped off something very important.
I've got to take this enormous meter panel down to the street. Brandon and I are gonna get the posts in, concrete, everything set together, start running the conduit and get the wire all connected. We got our work cut out for us. Oh, okay, I got it. We're good. Whew. They can make these things a little lighter.
I honestly could not have asked for any better timing. The sun is out, the snow has stopped. It's brisk, but it's not super cold, and I know I'm gonna work up some heat in my body, moving around, picking up all this trash. And honestly, I have been waiting for this day for a long time because the trash around here is appalling and I cannot wait to get rid of it. I'm ashamed to say it, but that's what happens when you try to build anything. You just end up with trash that needs to be taken care of.
Things have gone from great to even better. It's starting to snow. You can probably see the snow on the camera. And that's okay, at least it's snow and not rain, because rain would be making a nasty, muddy mess right now. So I'm actually happy that it's snow. It's not that cold, so we are still able to work pretty easily. We've got the reducer and the 2" 90 that goes right here that our cable's running through, that's gonna go up to our meter. We already got that glued on and set. Now we've just gotta get the 3" conduit ran from this location back over here into the transformer. That's for the power company. Get that glued together and set. Then we know right exactly where our posts are supposed to go. We can dig those holes, start working around and figure out where we're gonna put our concrete. It's coming along. It's actually going a lot quicker than I thought. We're running into a couple little issues here. One, this wire is enormous and it's in this casing, and running it up inside the panel will be like really stiff, and it has to kind of make a sharp bend when it comes in. So I think I have to take the casing off in order to get it to go where it needs to go. Also, I'm not exactly sure on where everything needs to go. I need to do a little more research, but we're just trying to get the panel mounted. But I want to make sure the wire is in the right place when the panel is mounted. So got to do a little bit of creative problem solving. As you guys can see, we've got the panel mounted here. I need to put one of these rings to attach it to the conduit. And then once we get done putting this on and something to secure it to this 3" conduit, we can figure out exactly where the posts need to go, get our little holes dug, kind of set the posts in, and mix and pour some concrete. Now it's like barely snowing and it's like not that cold, but now Brandon and I are working really hard, so we're like sweating. This is what we got going on. We're basically setting up a dirt form because we don't really care what the slab looks like. It just needs to serve a purpose, not look pretty. Everything in here is mounted. We still have to get some U-bolts for the Unistrut at the top of the meter, but all the pipes down there are set in place. We've got this compacted. We're gonna wait and backfill that after the power company comes and put their wire in, because we don't know what they want to do with this 90. I'm really excited to be getting this done.
Of course, all week long it's been nice and dry. All this garbage and trash and paper has been super dry and probably really light and easy to roll up into a ball and throw away. We couldn't get the trailer till today. And of course today is snowing. And also, I have no idea why, Lika has been peeing on the paper. I don't know what draws her to it, but she loves to pee on the plastic and the paper. So now I'm like balling up all this trash that's both wet from snow, but possibly also wet from Lika's pee. And it's disgusting.
Narrow streets and dusty roads I've lingered on for far too many years. I wandered down the city, taking pity on myself through my fears. All this place ever gave me was a boot upon my face when I was down. Give me back my liberty, I'll take my first step to where I'm bound. And like an arrow, I will soar through the air. I'll take you with me from this place of despair. Take me out to roam the world again. Take me out to roam the world.
Probably need a couple more bags of concrete, but we also need a couple more of these U-bolts to hold up the top of the panel. It's probably about all we can do for right now. Now we got to go up, cut the wire to length up there, get the conduit installed to go into the shutoff box, and then start working on getting the wire in the house down into the panel. Now that we got the meter like 90% of the way set up, we need a couple more supplies to finish it, and we're gonna get those later today or maybe tomorrow. We are back here at the side of the house with our industrial sized shutoff box and our conduit that is down here. I've got to put a fitting on there. We've got to cut this wire to length and run it up inside the box and then connect it to the disconnect spots. Then we have to take another wire and run it out the side here, out that hole right there. Then it needs to come over and stub through the wall all the way to the panel in the basement. And basically we have like 48 hours to finish all this stuff completely before they're gonna come and do an inspection and make sure everything's correct. So we've got our conduit cut to length here. We've got all of our fittings down at the bottom. A little problem that we're kind of running into is this box, I really want to mount it on the studs that are right here. And this conduit is not coming out of the ground straight, just like the ones down there. And it's not really lining up with the holes that are in the shutoff box. So I'm like trying to do my best here to get them lined up, but they're not perfect. And I don't know if it's gonna be a problem to like kind of put them in at an angle. I think as long as we glue them and they're nice and watertight, should be fine, but I guess here goes nothing. All right, well, we just got a little bit of unsavory news. The dump that we need to run all of this stuff to closes in about 40 minutes, and it takes about 45 minutes to get there. So we're not gonna be running to the dump today, but that's okay because that trailer's only maybe 80% of the way full, maybe even like 60% of the way full. So now we're gonna start tackling this pile of garbage that's under the deck. We're gonna get as much of this stuff into the trailer as we can so that first thing in the morning we can take that trailer to the dump, then we'll hit Home Depot and get the rest of the supplies that we need, finish doing the electrical, finish cleaning up the garbage.
It's meant to be, because all day, every minute of the day today, all I can think about is how badly I want some Cold Stone. So we would not be able to get Cold Stone if we had to run to the dump right now, but because the dump is closed, I now have the renewed motivation to finish loading up this trailer, and we'll go to Cold Stone. All right, it might not look like much, but this whole area is totally cleared. The front of the deck is mostly cleared except for some big pieces of wood. There's a huge pile over here that is much smaller. It's not gone. There's still a pretty big pile right here, but this was completely covered before, and now it's totally empty and clean. We're not done yet, but we've made a pretty big dent. The trailer is pretty full. I think we're gonna call it for the day.
So we pulled up and this is like the front door. It looks like all their stuff is packed inside. Old sign right there. The open sign's not lit up. And Allie basically broke into tears. And then I was like, come around to the side door, just go like see if it's open.
And it's open.
Lo and behold, they are open. More of like a shake guy than an ice cream guy, really.
We haven't been here in probably since my birthday, I feel like. 6 or 8 months.
You want mint chocolate chip?
No, not even close.
Dang it.
Guess again.
You want chocolate devotion?
No.
Something with cookie dough.
Yes. We have 2 Like It birthday cake remixes.
Okay.
And could you add in cookie dough?
Yeah, no problem. There you go.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
You too. We had an incredible day. We got so much done, which I'm super excited about, but I'm honestly more excited about getting ready for bed. If you know me at all, you know I love sleep, and getting ready for bed and like my bedtime routine is lame, but probably my favorite part of the day. Part of that bedtime routine includes brushing my teeth with Tao Clean's Umma Diamond Sonic Toothbrush, and Tao Clean is the sponsor of today's video. Tao Clean's upgraded Umma Diamond Sonic Toothbrush system has always killed 99.9% of bacteria, but their new upgrade kills viruses as well, with its powerful UVC light in the base. The charging station keeps your toothbrush clean and ready, and with its 40,000 brush strokes per minute, the toothbrush keeps your teeth clean, happy, and lets you switch between 2 modes, super clean and sensitive clean. In addition to their toothbrushes, Tao Clean also offers a germ shield that will work on any toothbrush to sanitize and keep it safe and clean from harmful bacteria. Tao Clean's products are incredible, and we've been using them for almost a year, I feel like, and they work great. If you guys want to check them out, click the link in our description and you'll get 50% off plus free shipping when you buy 2 or more items. Thank you again to Tao Clean for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna get ready for bed and we'll see you guys in the morning.
As you guys saw last night, we did not get to take the trailer to the dump. However, we did fill it pretty much all the way up. I'm like, 1, I'm concerned about overloading the trailer as far as like driving it on the street. 2, it's a dump trailer, which is like an absolute godsend because we don't have to like unload everything at the dump. You can just dump the trailer. And now the pressure is on because we have our inspection scheduled for the insulation and the permanent power, and it's gonna happen within 48 hours. So we've got to get all of this stuff finished, connected, hooked up, installed. We have to get the electrical line ran in and the gas line connected so that we can finish insulating where those enter the house. That all has to be done today. We're running short on time, but that's not gonna stop us. Morning.
Hey!
We're here, we're at the dump, and today we don't have to unload. We have a dump trailer. So incredible. Thank you, Tim. You are the MVP. Down, up.
Last time we were here, the dump smelled like Christmas trees. Today, it smells like garbage. But we got that done, really important, and we can definitely make at least one more trip today, and hopefully that'll take care of all the rest of the garbage in front of the house. Well, we just got back from Home Depot. We got everything dumped at the dump. We picked up everything else we needed to connect all of the power to the house and to the permanent meter for the electrical at Home Depot. And I gotta say, I just having a really hard time getting my head in the game today. I didn't even go into Home Depot. I took a nap in the truck, which is very out of character for me. I just feel like this week especially, there's always ups and downs in life and in this build, and with the weather changing, I feel like we've gotten this glimpse of summer and now all of a sudden it's gone and it's 39 degrees again. I'm just feeling a pretty strong wave of burnout right now, which is totally normal and something that people deal with at many different parts of life. And I feel like I'm mostly just really sick of the weather and I want it to warm up. All that group yoga I was so excited about, we can't do it still. And now drywall is about to happen. So really exercising outside is our only option, and with the weather being cold again, it's not really possible anymore. So I'm just feeling pretty defeated and pretty blah right now. So I'm gonna try to have a little snack, drink some water, take a few deep breaths, and then we're gonna get to work loading up this dump trailer, because it doesn't really matter how you feel, the work has to go on. Whether you're filming it or not, we have a house to build. So I'm gonna take some time in here, and then we're gonna get back to work.
We're just finishing drilling the hole right here where the electrical conduit is gonna come into the house, and we're working on getting it mounted right now. Then we'll be able to start running that enormous cable through the wall down to the panel and then connect it to the disconnection box over here. This wire is very stiff and not fun to work with at all. And we have to run it through a tiny hole in the wall, through a tiny cavity in between the wall and the furnace, up, around, through the rafters, and over to the main panel. And a lot of people think it's impossible.
Including us?
I have my doubts, but I think we can do it.
Hey everybody, just going inside.
So we've got a bunch of the cable ran in through the wall, upstairs above the duct chase. We really didn't leave ourselves enough room to run this wire, or we should have just ran this wire before most of this stuff was installed, but we didn't. So basically behind all of this ducting here, behind that pipe that's spray foamed about halfway up, there is a little spot in there somewhere where I think we can run the wire back behind here, up into this cavity, over and down into the panel. I have no idea if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try my hardest. Well, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Mounting this wire kind of up and out of the way might be a little bit more of a task than I anticipated, but we at least got the wire. It is long enough to go to the bottom of the panel so I can connect the ground and all of the conductors. Now we just got some tedious work to get done. Now we've got the cable all the way inside the main panel down here, and we had to turn the panel off, so we're running on candlelight right now, and it's actually rather difficult, but I'm removing the casing off of the wire so I can separate the wires and enter them into their respective locations. Alright, so I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is that I'm pretty much done. I have to just connect this red wire here, which actually goes to the wires that are gonna go out to our air conditioning unit, and that wire is kind of being ran right now. But basically, other than that, I'm done here. I've got this panel completely connected. If we put the panel on, or if we put the cover on, this thing would be ready for service.
Wow.
Assuming that our 2 breakers that have been giving us issues were
Not giving us issues?
Last night I came out and put the 2 breakers in and everything worked just fine. But then something tripped again. And I know a lot of people said that it's a bad breaker, and the problem is I've swapped the breaker with different things, and other breakers work in that location. It's when I connect the neutral wire to the breaker that something happens and it trips. That diagnostic will happen after we have permanent power, because I don't want any other things coming into play here. I'm gonna get a multimeter and go through it and get it all figured out. But the bad news is it's 1:50. We got an hour and 10 minutes until Brandon leaves. We have to take the trailer to the dump again, and that has to happen before 4. So we probably have to postpone our inspection until Friday.
That's fine.
Instead of
Just
Thursday.
one day.
Yeah, but it sucks. There she is.
Wow.
Finito! Everything is done. The power cable is mounted.
Dude, good job.
Now we can go work outside again. My hands are like black and blistered from trying to manipulate the wire and trying to tighten the lugs with the like rubber grip. It's like motorcycle grip blister hand.
Ooh.
And if you have a glove, it just like you can't get as much grip. So I got the Shutoff box fully installed.
Wow.
All wires are connected. We have a breaker and a handful of wires and stuff to connect down at the street.
Very
Conduits
crisp.
in, wires ran to the panel, it's to the Shutoff box. Cable is ran all the way to the street. We just got to connect a couple breakers down there. We're in business, baby.
Nice.
It just stinks because if we call for the inspection on Thursday and they show up and we're like trying to get a handful of these things done, they could like say, like pay me $50 and we're coming back. Like, they charge you to come back again if you like waste their time. And so I don't want to do that. So I think we're gonna push out the inspection till Friday. And then I think Thursday we're gonna finish whatever we don't get done today, finish insulating here, and then I think we actually have to finish insulating the floor because the basement isn't finished.
Okay.
When things go wrong, we'll pass the blame around. 'Cause I can't wait for someone else to say I can live my
It's like a concrete cow pie.
Beautiful.
I think it probably goes without saying, this project was pretty intense. This was a tough thing to do, and we finally, I think, have accomplished the main task here, which is getting the electrical line ran from the main panel to the disconnect box all the way out to the street. Everything's hooked up. We even have that little skinny pipe right there in the front. That's even our ground that goes into an 8-foot copper bar that's driven into the ground. We have our little outlet there. You're required to have an outlet at a service point like this in case technicians need to come out. They need to have somewhere to plug in. Allie has been slaving away, absolutely crushing it, loading that trailer again. And even though we're not gonna make it to the dump today, we're gonna go first thing in the morning and we're gonna have a full load because it's just no point in dragging that trailer for, 45 minutes in each direction just to get one load worth or a half a load worth of garbage taken out. So I'm gonna go up there and start helping her finish up filling that thing up. And we're probably gonna call it a day.
Oh my gosh, what a day, you guys. We got a lot done and we ended up turning off the camera, taking a few deep breaths. We took showers at the end of the day.
You guys rarely see us when we're showered, so.
It's true.
Or at least me.
But sometimes that self-care and just a little bit of time to yourself is really important. And actually self-care has been really important for us recently because there's been some other stuff going on behind the scenes that we're really excited to share with you.
And unfortunately, I would love to tell you guys right now, but I think Allie would be very upset with me. And so you're gonna have to wait and find out in the next episode. We wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this venture, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
If you have an idea of what you think it might be, drop your guess in the comments below. Thanks again to Tao Clean for sponsoring today's video. And click the link in the description if you'd like to check them out.
And also, if you guys know because of Patreon, don't be giving it away. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.